Horus Rising, part of the Warhammer 40k by Dan Abnett. Overview. The Emperor of Mankind appoints his favored son Horus as Warmaster to lead the Great Crusader's final push for galactic unity, retreating to Terra amid a seeming golden age of conquest and enlightenment. Through the eyes of loyal Luna Wolves, Captain Garviel Loken, newly elevated to Horus Inner's Council, readers witness epic battles against human holdouts and alien threats, encounters with advanced civilizations, and subtle cracks in the Imperium's aesthetic ideology as whispers of chaos and doubt emerge. As Horus grapples with massive power and the burdens of command, the novel masterfully plants the seeds of impending betrayal and civil war in a universe of superhuman warriors and cosmic ambition. Review. Well, this is my first excursion into the Warhammer series, and with a million books, I had to take suggestions from friends who are fans of the series. I was not sure if I would be hooked, but it seemed fun, and having so many people enjoy it as a fan base. I was nervous, as this is as close to getting hooked on Draugrs as that I could come. I like the idea of Warhammer universe, but don't know much about it other than a few short films I've seen about it. Giant guys in giant mech suits fighting for the glory of the Empire and the Emperor. This book offers a lot of that, and I would say is a good primer into that world. However, I don't think this book offered me enough of it. There is world building as well as characters who have story arcs. The story starts well with addressing the almost Spartan-like nature of the Terran society that is developed. Here, the inclusion from philosophy soldiers who teach about a non-supernatural spiritual world as it is antithetical to the Emperor and the Empire. At least here is a sci-fi story that actually addresses the religious question. It hints at the truth of that story, and even it is possible to render out of society a worship factor, especially when you have a larger-than-life emperor as your head of the behemoth empire. However, the book didn't do enough world building in and of itself, and I had to go wiki searching to help fill in some details. Even characters and the made-up of society isn't fully clear in this book. Horus, I know, is rising to prominence, but without reading ahead of the story arc, I'm not sure why he matters all that much, other than he's a child of the Emperor, who also seems to be outside-the-box thinking warrior. The plot has some really great parts and battle scenes, and they're there, but the description of fighting is often lost, and having armored mech guys, I almost was expecting too much on the shoot-'em-up aspect. So one positive is that this wasn't my meth, and I'm not hooked, but on the other hand, I'm also not hooked, and found the story was just okay. I might try the next story in the series, or try a different story, and see if I'll chase the Warhammer unicorn. Final grade, B-.